Hey guys, it's Christian, your Vancouver Realtor, and the topic for today's video is crawling over broken glass to buy homes. And when I say crawling over broken glass, I mean it's tough, it's hard. It is not easy right now to get a home, but it's not impossible either. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 stories, hot off the press, from the last 24 to 48 hours. This is myself and my clients, 3 separate clients, and how we got homes, how we have accepted offers on homes, and what you need to do to be successful in this market, and what you really need to look for in a realtor to be successful in this market. So, and these stories should hit home. So let's start. Let's put a little bit of context to this video. You have to realize, of course, it's a hot market. It's a competitive market, and one factor, of course, is the lack of listings right now. There's so few listings. You may have been reading and caught that in Fraser Valley, that's Surrey, Langley, Abbotsford, etc., August had a low of listings not seen since 1981. Imagine that. Our population has more than doubled since then. Same amount of listings from the summer of 1981, and you got 2.5 times the people looking for homes. So very, very competitive market. We're seeing 7, 10, 14 offers, especially on townhomes and even detached properties. So in this video, what we're going to do is talk about the things that you need to do. First story, and this comes from literally last night. We've got a young lady client, and she's looking to upsize. She's got a dog, so she'd love to have a townhouse with a yard. She's working from home, like most of you are right now, and so she wants some more space. So moving from that condo in New West to a townhouse, perhaps in Maple Ridge or Pitt Meadows. Listing comes online on Thursday. This is 2 days ago. And of course, I'm on the phone with the realtor not long after, and I know this thing's gonna light up like a Christmas tree. So we made plans for Friday. On Friday, that's yesterday, already 9 viewings booked. By mid-afternoon, she's got 1 offer. I call my client and I say, look, we've got to be there tonight. We're going to go and look at it at 9 o'clock tonight. It doesn't matter that the sun's gone down. It's dark and you can't see anything. To have a chance, for my client to have a chance in this property, and for you too, you got to move fast. You got to move like lightning in this real estate market. And we knew the sellers there, they may look at offers at midnight. Maybe it was going to be Saturday morning at 10 or 11, but we had to give ourselves the opportunity to get inside that townhouse. Anyway, picked her up 8:30 p.m., got in the car, we drove out, got to the townhouse a little after 9 o'clock. It's pitch black. But we went inside, beautiful townhouse, very, very cute. 3 bedrooms. It's got a nice living room off the kitchen. Sort of early 90s built, wonderful community. And, and then she's got a yard that faces onto a green belt. Perfect. Of course, we called the realtor. Now we're done. We finished the showing. We got to call the realtor. This is 10:30 at night. And the latest we had 4 offers in hand. We kind of had an idea of what we had to do to give us that sliver of hope, that small opportunity, a window of opportunity to get that home. And so I tell you that story because I want to hit home the fact of what you've got to do. You really do, in some cases, have to crawl over broken glass to get into homes. I know it's not easy. We would love it to be easy. It's just the way it is in this competitive market and this environment. And what you want is you want a realtor that moves like lightning, fast. And that's what someone like myself does. You definitely don't want to be working with someone part-time. It's gonna be a waste of your time. So do that to give yourselves a chance. Okay, second story here. This is from a client. We've been sort of eyeballing a specific strata in New West. It's close to the downtown New West area. And we had already procured all the strata documents, about 200-300 pages worth. We have been to see the building on a couple of occasions. We read through 200-300 pages of those strata documents. We poured over the depreciation report, so we know what's coming up. You want to do this research on your end too, especially if there's a specific building or buildings that you really like, you want to do your homework on them. Do it early. You don't want to make offers contingent to strata documents if you don't need to. And you can read these strata documents on a Saturday, Sunday night, just like we do. And we report over these documents. We know what's coming up in the next 5, 6, 7 years. We know if there's a $3,000 levy coming up or not. And that way my client can be ready for it. She can budget for it. All right. That way there's no surprises. Anyway, we were first in line because we were fast. We'd done our homework, our research. And of course, we got an accepted offer. Literally, we were the first viewing on the very first, maybe the second day actually. But we were the first in line. There's an open house there today and tomorrow. There's going to be about 15, 16 groups going through. Too bad. They're out of luck. We've already got it locked up because we did our homework early. And that's what you got to do. And it's easy to do. You just have to be working with a full-time professional. And you yourself have to be very, very motivated as a buyer in this market. If a fence sitter, you're kind of like, yeah, I don't really know. I tell my clients, wait. Don't even bother right now. You want to be ready to go here, just like a sprinter out of the blocks of a 100-meter race. That's really how you've got to see yourself. Okay, story number 3. Now, this is a client, wonderful couple as well, and we're looking at a townhouse in Richmond. This is an example of how you've got to be careful and creative when you're moving forward with your purchase. So in this instance, for example, we kind of had a curveball come at us right out of the gate. Unfortunately, the realtor, the selling agents had put the incorrect property tax number on there. So you might think, big deal. Maybe the taxes are off at $900. Well, it affects the client's purchasing ability, right? Their debt ratios. In my case, my client had to come up with an extra $10,000 for a down payment because a realtor made a mistake of $900 for the gross taxes. So you got to be very careful when you're reviewing even the MLS listing data sheet. Now, then we are obviously moving along with the purchase, doing the inspection, etc. We find in the bylaws, there's a restriction on pets. In this case, a minimum, a dog can't be more than 35 pounds. Well, if you've got a dog that's 65 pounds, that's going to be an issue. So now you got to get creative with your problem solving. So what are you going to do about that? Now, there's a lot of things you could do. I'm not going to share them all with you in this video. Some of them are personal trade secrets of my own. I'll share some of them though, and it's just good old-fashioned hustle. In some key, what you want to do is you want to get in touch with the strata management. You want to find out if you can get an exception. If you're getting stonewalled by the strata managers, because a lot of them are not very fun to work with. They seem to hate their job, so you have to often go, you've got to find a way to work with them. But you got to get the councils okay. There's different ways to do that. One way, which I would do when I'm on site, is just walk the complex. Talk to the residents who live there. You can find out who lives there. Most people are pretty good-natured. They're friendly. And, in my case, I was there one day. I talked to 6 people. And I could learn a lot about the complex. What kind of problems are they having with the townhomes? Do they have mice and rodent issues, for example? Is there a lot of dust or concrete particles in the air? Because there's a factory like that very nearby. So these are the kinds of things when you're moving towards a purchase, you want to obviously be careful. You want to be careful about it, but you also want to be creative in your problem solving if you come up with these kinds of things. In any event, we've been successful there. And so I just wanted to share with you kind of what you got to be doing as a buyer to be successful in this market, because I know it's not easy. It's hard out there. It's hard for us realtors. I mean, I joke here, I'm getting gray hairs on this side and I'm losing some on the top. So we got to keep moving. You've got to be, you got to be out of the blocks like a sprinter. Sometimes it can feel like you're crawling over broken glass, but you got to be creative, careful, resourceful. You got to do your homework, and then you got to move like lightning, real fast when a property that you like comes on the market. So I hope this message has been of value to you. If you've got any questions, comments, you leave them below. If you want to join us and join the family, we love having you. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm off to read about 300 pages of strata documents. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time.